Dana White shuts down any chance of Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira. Both Pereira and Jones have expressed an openness to the matchup, and Pereira's longtime coach Plinio Cruz recently backed the idea, calling Jones versus Pereira the biggest fight this sport has ever seen. I think it'd be a mega fight. I think it'd be the biggest fight this sport has ever seen, Cruz said. We all respect Jon Jones a lot, and I think it's gonna be just a great fight. I'm not gonna say who wins, they lose. Fight is a fight, but I think it's gonna be the best fight between two great champions. I like the idea. I think that's a move that's gonna happen eventually, Cruz added. I don't think right now it's the move, because let's just be honest, the heavyweight division is clogged. It's stopped right now. First Jones has to fight, first Tom Aspinall has to fight, so for us to be chasing something that's not even moving yet, I don't think is the point. Jones, who's 37 and currently holds the UFC heavyweight title, is often considered as the greatest fighter ever. Dana White even goes as far as calling him the best combat athlete across all sports. He's now set to face Stipe in November. Jones hasn't fought since he won the heavyweight title from Cyril Gunn in 2023, which was his debut fight at heavyweight in his 15-year MMA career. Dana White responded with a simple no when asked Tuesday on the Pat McAfee show whether Pereira will get his chance to challenge UFC heavyweight champion. Anybody who thinks Jon Jones isn't the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world should never be discussing fighting ever, period. End of story. Sean O'Malley plans on stealing the headlines from Canelo with UFC Sphere Performance. I'm so excited for this fight, he said on his YouTube channel. I wasn't actually very excited for the Aljo fight. I was like stressed about that fight. Just because my rib injury, my training camp wasn't the best. It was good for what we had. And then it's like, this is hard. This fight, I'm feeling good as fuck, O'Malley continued. I love this matchup. He's got a 10-fight win streak. It's a big fight. It's at the Sphere. It's in competition with boxing, which is just kinda an extra little layer. When it comes to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, who are they talking about? Are they talking about Canelo? Are they talking about the boxing fight? Or are they talking about the absolute dominating, beautiful, masterful masterclass performance that I put on Merab and the viral knockout that came with it? Or are they talking about a 36-minute Canelo boxing fight that was kind of fire? This Saturday, former two-time middleweight champion Israel Adesanya makes his highly anticipated return to the octagon, determined to reclaim UFC gold. In the main event, he's fighting the reigning champion Dricus du Plessis. Following a tough loss to Sean Strickland at UFC 293, Izzy took a well-deserved break after an intense 5-year run, during which he competed 16 times. Now he's back and ready to reclaim his throne. As expected, the pre-fight activities involved intense moments between the two. During their face-off, Dricus charged at Izzy to intimidate him, but the former champion stood his ground, unfazed and fearless. In a recent appearance on The Rock podcast, Izzy described the face-off and made a ruthless threat. Quote, "At the stare down, I didn't know what to expect, and as soon as he approached, he tried to intimidate me, and it was like, my mind just switched. I planted my 10 toes to the ground, I didn't move, and he felt me. He knew from that moment. Oh shit, okay, this is not a game." Adesanya also revealed he feels different about this fight with DDP compared to his previous fights, expressing extreme dislike and hatred towards fellow African. Quote, "You said, I'm looking to be the first 3-time UFC middleweight champion. I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking to take his head off. That's all I'm looking to do. I'm going after him, and this is no wolf tickets. I feel different." Do you think the middleweight legend reclaims the belt against a hard-hitting unorthodox champion? Leave your comments below. Sean Strickland's head coach agrees with waiting for UFC middleweight title shot. Eric Nixick mentioned, "The guy's a mercenary. It's just he goes to the highest bidder. Like, you want me to fight so-and-so on this day, this time, 4 days notice, whatever, I'll do it." Nixick told MMA Fighting, "Main event versus Abus Magomedov. Fine, no problem, I'll fight him." But yeah, he's actually gotten a little smarter over the years, and I agree with him, man, wholeheartedly. I completely understand where he's coming from. Why risk fighting a guy as great as Robert Whittaker when, in my mind, he's never really lost the belt? That was such a close fight against Dricus, Nixick said. He dominated Izzy. I think if Izzy wins that fight, that's an easy rematch. Izzy's going to want to try to get that revenge, and if Dricus wins, I think that you put that to rest and give Sean the opportunity to avenge that loss. So both of them make sense to me. I think Sean has a claim at the next shot at that belt and, you know, sit on it. I mean, these guys fight next week, so we could fight by November or December. Even though Strickland believes he's deserving of a second title title reign, the UFC has scheduled a major 185-pound fight between former champion Robert Whittaker and Khamzat Chimaev as the co-main event for UFC 308 in October. "I'm not really concerned at all," Nixick said. "You made your bed, you have to sleep in it. So after a calculated risk, if the promotion decides to pass you up, that's on the promotion. That's up to them. We don't make that call, but I think he's doing the right thing. He was taken care of. He's got money in the bank. He's training every day like he would be if he had a title fight coming up on August 17th. So he's in the gym and he's working. That's all I can really ask for." Belal Muhammad reveals he might have retired if he lost to Leon Edwards. UFC 304 might have been Belal Muhammad's final appearance in the octagon. Thankfully for Belal, his rematch against Leon Edwards played out exactly as he had hoped, leading to a unanimous decision victory. Muhammad's journey to the top of the welterweight division has been a long one, and at 36 years old, he says that a loss could have marked the end of his MMA career. "It was to the point in my head where I was looking at it like, if I lost, there's a chance that I'm just like, bro, I'm hanging them up because I'm not gonna get another shot at it," Muhammad said on The Fighter and the Kid. "It was so hard to get there," he continued. "I'm begging you guys to make a video for me to hype me up and get a shot there. I hate asking people for anything, but I'm just like, bro, I'm so desperate to do whatever it takes to get this shot that I'll try anything." The new champion has made it clear that he intends to stay active and defend his title regularly, starting with a potential bout against the undefeated 18-0 contender Shavkat Ramonov. Meanwhile, former champion Kamaru Usman has had some verbal back and forth with Muhammad recently, but he has yet to break his 3-fight losing streak since losing the title to Leon Edwards. Chito Vera calls out Deiveson Figueiredo for alleged illegal strike. On his podcast, Chito said, "Talking about the fight, I would say it was pretty close. It was a very close fight. The only thing that I want to take away from this fight, that axe kick that he landed on the first round, that wasn't an accident. That went straight to my face. I feel that should have been taken a point deducted automatically. That's my thought. I mean, you go by the rules, right? You don't kick on the ground opponent. I will say, if that would be a point deducted, we could be talking a different story right now. It is what it is." Vera now plans to take some more time ahead of his return to action. As for possible opponents, he threw out names like a Corey Sandhagen rematch, Petr Yan, or even the loser of the upcoming O'Malley vs. Merab Dvalishvili title fight. Do you think this is the end for Chito Vera? Will he ever fight for the title again? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.